Hello.
Hey, Richard, it's Ty Cook calling you for the appointment for the mortgage
Yeah,
protection.
Ty. Yeah.
Now still a great time for you?
Yeah, it's okay right now.
Okay. Well, let me pull up your file here and we'll take a look. So it looks like your beneficiary will be, is that correct?
Yeah, that's my wife.
That's your wife. Okay. And then your mortgage balance is about 135,000. Is that correct?
Yeah, give or take 100 or so, one way or the other.
Okay. Easy enough. And then are we wanting to look at coverage options on both of you or just you?
Well, I have some questions that I really need to have answered before I decide one way or the other. What I'm going to do.
Of course.
Right now, first of all, I need to see if I would be insurable at my age.
Yeah. So what I can do, Richard, as an underwriter, they have me ask you some questions because, as you alluded to, it's based on your age, health, and the mortgage. So
Yeah.
once I run through some basic questions with you here, I'm able to, I have access to every carrier in the U.S. that's A-rated, so I can check and see which carriers would provide the best plan at the best rate, all that good stuff.
Yeah, because I'm interested in finding out what the premium would be. And another question, if I would do this, would the policy, it's really a death policy, and seeing how my wife is a co-signer on my mortgage and all, do we both have to be deceased for the policy to take effect?
No, it would be whoever was insured. So if we insure you and you passed away, it would pay directly to your wife.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's take a look at it and see if I can fit a premium into my budget.
Yep. Coverage is important, but we got to make sure it's not taking food off the table. So I hear you.
Yeah.
So into the health questions, none of them are disqualifiers. They're just going to give me direction to know which carrier to look at.
Okay.
First off, how old are you, Richard? Or I should say, how young are you?
Yeah.
And then in the last 10 years, any cancer, heart attack, stroke, or stents?
No.
Okay. What about any major surgeries?
No.
Okay. And then last question, any prescription medications that you've either been prescribed or have taken in the last 5 years?
Well, I'm a type 2 diabetic. I'm on metformin.
Okay.
And let's see. They've got me on blood pressure medication, but I don't know why. Why they keep me on that, because my blood pressure stays within range now.
Okay. Well, that's good. Did they get you a cholesterol med as well, or no?
Yeah, I think I'm taking one medication for cholesterol.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty standard at your age. That's kind of the trifecta that they put most folks on.
Yeah.
Now, is all your care done through the VA or the private sector?
Oh, well, my VA is my primary physician, my PCP, but I do have some other physicians. I have a retina specialist, for my vision and all, and
Right.
And I have taken some tests and all through other physicians that the VA has, if they can't handle it, I can go out on the market and get my business taken care of.
Right.
But VA is my PCP. All my medications and all come through them, and for me to go to another physician and all, I have to go through the VA.
Okay. No, that certainly makes sense. All the other veterans I talk to say about the same thing. So,
Yeah, the VA really don't want to service us other than give us metformin and blood pressure medication and cholesterol medicine.
yeah, that sounds about right. And then, so health is good there. The mortgage balance is $135. How much is the monthly payment?
706, 706 or 704.
Okay. And then last question.
But I pay more than that on that. I throw about $100 in every month just to move it along.
Okay, that's good. Pay down quicker.
Yeah. At my age, you have to pay them off quick.
Yeah. Yep. And then, what is the value of the property, would you say?
Right now in this neighborhood and all, it's selling anywhere at the low end 300,000 up to 350, 360.
Yeah, so y'all have some good equity.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to protect. Is if something happens to you, we got to keep the bank away, make sure they don't take the equity.
Yeah. So I got a few dollars to kick into my kids.
Okay. So that's it for the suitability questions. Now I'll open up our system here, and again, what it will do is it's going to sift through the entire country to find the lowest rates for you. Now, you alluded to it earlier. The older we get, these prices can kind of creep up. So
yeah, that's the point that concerns me.
Right. So we have to be cognizant of that, and the most cost-effective way to structure a plan like this, the most affordable, would be essentially we set it up to where when you die, this plan will pay a specified number of mortgage payments. So it'll cover that mortgage for her for a period of time. And you can customize that to, if you just want 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you can set it up to where it'll pay that big bill so that the bank doesn't foreclose. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that'll be the most cost effective. Not to say that the full payoff is off the table. It's just that's definitely going to be quite expensive for most folks.
Yeah.
So now we just got to figure out how many months of mortgage payments you want to take care of her for. So my portal, it's going to give us 2 recommendations, and then based on your preferences, we can adjust up or down until we find that sweet spot for you. All right?
Yeah, that sounds efficient.
So the first option would be just their bare minimum. It'll pay the mortgage for 12 months after you pass, and that one is coming in at $94 a month.
Okay.
And then if you felt like she needed more time, there's the 2 years, so 24 months of mortgage payments covered after you pass, and that one is about double. It's $185 a month.
Okay.
Now, we can customize this, of course, based on those two. Do you feel like one of those fits the budget and makes sense, or would we need to punch in additional time frames?
Well, what would be the next level up?
So that would be for 3 years, and that one's coming in at $275.
$275. Okay. I really need to sit down and discuss this a little bit with my wife and my sons. So,
Of course.
could you get back with me?
I definitely can. Now, do you think you're opposed to the extra help with the mortgage?
No, I don't understand. What do you mean now by the extra mortgage, extra help for the mortgage?
Yeah, this plan. You think, is it something you guys have talked about, having something in place that would help her take care of that mortgage when you pass?
Well, yeah, for up to 3 years.
Yeah.
After that period, we still got the mortgage, and she's 3 years older, and our income will be considerably decreased after I'm deceased with what she will have coming in.
Right.
So, we need to sit down, put this on some paper and all, and spread it out, and talk about it.
Sure. One option, totally appreciate that you want to talk with her. One option as well that most vets don't know about is the carrier, since they have to think about approving you, they do allow us to start and send it in for whatever your bare minimum is to cover your bases. And then as you discuss with your wife and your family, if you feel like we need to increase the coverage at any time, we can certainly do so. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, if we do that, we'd be looking at the 12 month for $94. Is that correct?
Yep.
But now I have another question here. After 1 year, if we're not going to extend it and all, we just cancel the policy. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, you can drop the coverage at any time if you feel like you'd like don't need it anymore.
Okay. And let's go ahead and do that, and that'll give me 12 months to check out finances and everything else. So, yeah, we could do it like that for 12 months right now.
Okay. That at least give you peace of mind that if something happens sooner rather than later, she has a full year of mortgage payments taken care of.
Yeah, or I hit the lottery.
Well, if you hit the lottery, I'll call you.
Yeah, well, you surprise me. Most people choke whenever I tell them that.
Yeah. So next step then, if the 12 months makes sense for you as a starting point, the next step would be to get approved for the coverage. Now I'm sure you've applied for car insurance or health insurance before, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, like everybody. It's we're going insurance poor.
So this application is pretty standard. Just a heads up on a couple things they'll ask for on here as I open it up. They will need to identify you, of course, so they'll ask for your driver's license number to verify your identity. Number two, since there's no blood work or physicals, they'll just ask for your social to verify the medical records. And then, of course, they'll have us list the mailing address to send your policy to, and then whatever routing and account number you want to use for premiums, they'll ask for that as well, so that once they approve it, they can turn on your insurance. All right?
Yeah, okay. Let me, I'm in my study right now. Let me go back to my bedroom and get my wallet, because you're going to need my license number and all, correct?
Yes, sir.
Give me 1 minute, Ty.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ty. Now, what can I do for you?
So first, let's just start with the driver's license number.
Okay.
Okay. And then I know you're old. What is your date of birth? And then, of course, you're a U.S. citizen. What state were you born in? All righty. And then for the medical record check, what is your social? Okay. And then, Richard, once they approve your policy, they're going to send you a copy in the mail, of course. What's a good home address to mail that to? And then, is this the best contact number for you?
Yeah. And if you can't get me on my phone because I'm on the road quite a bit. You can get my wife's cell phone if you want that.
Sure. Yeah. Let's put that down as well.
Okay. Her.
Alrighty. And then just some basic health questions. I've already asked you most of them. There's just a couple additional ones. What is your approximate height and weight? I need to get back down to that weight. I'm the same height as you, but I've ballooned up a bit to 215 ever since my wife and I had a kid.
Hey, she's the one that's supposed to put on the weight, not you.
She lost it, man. Yep. And then another health question, it asks, have you ever received an organ transplant?
No, I haven't, but if I did, I tell you, it'd have to be between my legs.
That's good. They don't ask about that, so.
No, they don't.
And
They don't make the policy any cheaper.
Yeah. And then this one asks, do you participate in any dangerous activities like scuba diving or skydiving?
No, I usually drive my Harley, but I got a guy coming to buy it tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. And then your phone receives text messages, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the system here, it's about to send you a HIPAA authorization code, just like when you go to the doctor. And so you're about to receive a 6-digit code via text message. I just need you to read that off from Americo.
Okay, let me see here. Please enter the last 4 digits of it. Okay.
So you won't need that. That's your HIPAA doc for your records. You don't need, that's just for you, but the code is in the second text message right beneath that.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. I'm not too good with these cell phone stuff. Yeah, it's still asking me to validate. How do I find what the code is?
If you go back to the text message and scroll down a little bit, you should see the 6-digit code.
Oh, okay. 663608.
Alrighty. That's correct. Then last 2 pages, it'll ask for routing and account number here in a second. Before that, it is asking for beneficiary. So we want to put, and then second to last page, I should say, it's asking for routing and account number. Do you want to use your checking or savings? Okay. And then I'm ready for the routing when you got it.
The routing.
The account.
Yeah.
All right. And then one more page, and then just before I proceed forward, let me just recap so we're on the same page, make sure I didn't fat finger anything. So just to start, we're just sending it in for the 12-month mortgage payment plan. The premium will be $94 a month. Now, is that all correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, from here, when I submit this today, it's going to take them about 1 to 2 days to approve you, at which point they'll draft that initial premium to cover you immediately to where, if you, God forbid, drop dead the next day, it'll pay that full benefit for you. All right?
Okay.
Now, from there, once they activate the insurance, they're going to mail you the policy packet. It'll take about 1 to 2 weeks to get to you. It'll be a big blue packet. And so when you get that, there's nothing you need to do. That's just for your records. So put it in a safe spot. And then, of course, I come with the policy. So if you ever need anything, we need to update things, just give me a shout.
Okay.
And then I'm just answering a couple of these agent questions, and then it's going to send you one more 6-digit code like earlier. Give me 1 second, and then I'll send that to you. All right. Same drill as earlier. If you'll just read off the 6-digit code, I'll punch it in.
Okay, let me see here. 232453.
All right. Alrighty. Got that all submitted for you, sir. Now, once we jump off the phone, I'm going to send you my card via text message. This is my direct contact, so I'd like you to save it in your phone.
Okay.
And it is going to give me here in 2 seconds, it's going to give me the application number, which will be the same as the policy number. Would you like to have you write that down, or should I just text it to you?
You can just text it to me.
Okay, sounds good. Once that loads up, I will send that your way, and we're all set. Do you have any questions for me before I let you go?
Yeah, I just thought of one. After this 1 year period, if we want to extend that, incrementally, it'll go up to 185 and then 275 in year 2 and 3. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. So if you wanted to increase coverage from the 1 year to the 18 months to 2 years, they would be those additional premium, the difference of whatever the additional.
But incrementally, could I keep adding years to it at a higher premium?
Correct. Yeah. So you can call me at any time, and we can add years to it. Yes, sir.
Okay. I believe that answers my questions then.
All right. Well, if you think of anything that comes to mind, don't be afraid to shoot me a text or give me a call. I'm going to send you my card here shortly. And then
All right.
if you don't have any other questions, it was a pleasure chatting with you, and hopefully you have a happy new year coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah, well, you too, Ty.
All right, sir. Stay safe. God bless.
Yeah, you have a blessed day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.